Hello, my beautiful people. Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Yule. So, what is the difference between Yule and Christmas? What is it? Like, you know, solstice, Yule, Christmas, Albanarthan. So many names. So many names. What do they all mean? Well, Yule is actually older than Christmas. Yule goes back thousands and thousands of years. I think, I think, I want to say that it was like the Vikings, like Swedish. I don't know. I feel like that's where it comes from. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't actually really know. But what I do know is that Yule was practiced, and then Christmas was practiced, and some ruler somewhere decided that Christmas should overtake Yule. But a lot of the Yule sort of symbols we see in Christmas, the Christmas tree, the Yule log, things like that. And so we fuse them together. But originally, Yule was a fire festival, feasting, partying and dancing, things like that. And then, Christmas sort of, overtook it under the reign of, some dude somewhere. So, and it was definitely a dude that did that. Some king somewhere. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if it was in Norway or Sweden or wherever. So, but what does that mean for us? Actually, it means good tidings. That's what the season means. Whether you celebrate Yule or whether you celebrate Christmas or whether you don't celebrate either of those and you celebrate Hogmanay. Hogmanay is Scottish New Year because Christmas was banned for 400 years. Well, on and off. It's actually not 400 years straight. Fun fact. Different people would ban it, and then it would come back, and then people didn't know because it wasn't like they had YouTube, and it wasn't like they had Twitter or X or whatever it's called to announce, okay, now it's okay to celebrate Christmas. At some points, you could be put in jail for celebrating Christmas. And other points, it wasn't fashionable, but you wouldn't get in trouble. So people just were like, whatever, we're going to celebrate New Year, and they call that Hogmanay. And so that's where they do their feasting, and they do a fire festival. And really, I would love to go to that because they walk through the streets carrying torches, which is my bucket list item. But what we do here for Hogmanay, which I'll do a whole video about, sort of some traditions that you can do if you want to do some things at home to celebrate Scottish New Year. Redding the house and first footing and talk about all those cool things. But Christmas itself was banned. In fact, my friend Peter, his father didn't celebrate Christmas growing up. Like, they didn't do it. And so when they came over to Canada and then to the U.S., they were his father and his mother were blown away with what we do in the States for Christmas. Like, they were just blown away by it. But now, now if you go to Scotland, it's been westernized with, Christian Christmas like we do here in the States, and Edinburgh is all lit up and whatnot. But the real point of the season is light and love, right? And I think every world religion and every pagan practice has some festival at some point in the calendar year, which is to bring light into the world. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we all, no matter what we all believe that light and love should be in the world, right? So I wanted to do a quick Christmas Eve runestone pool. Give us some energy for the Yule. Give us some energy for Christmas if you celebrate that. So we have our Iona rocks from the Isle of Iona and the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. There are two of them. If you've watched the channel, you know this, but this is the one that I picked off of the beach, and this is the one that I bought in the store that somebody else picked off the beach. We had our Secret Sister exchange last night. It was just tremendous to meet everybody in person, and we all believe different things, but we're all united in the spirit of love and light, and it was just really, really incredible. It was truly incredible. This is a green man. And then I have an Icelandic stone in here, too. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. All right, so a spirit for a Yuletide message for us. We're just going to pull one rune, Spirit, just one rune, to think about as we celebrate Yule. Oh, Sowilo. Sowilo is a great, great stone. It's all about light and sun. How awesome. I'm going to pause a minute and just reflect and see what Spirit has to say to me so that I can share it with you. This message may not resonate with you. It may not resonate with me, but we'll see. I'll be right back. So, I mean, Sowilo means sun, like the round sun. Like, what a better mess. What, you couldn't ask for a better stone. Spirit, I love Spirit. Spirit's so funny. You know, today, this season is all about cleansing and renewal and wholeness and valuing light in the world, right? And what a great message. You couldn't ask for a better message, really. It's so spot on. And whatever you celebrate, whether it's Christmas or Yule, or if you just celebrate the solstice, Albanarthen, if you celebrate none of those things, or you have other traditions that you do, they're all basically about light and love in the world, right? And whatever practice you do, whether it's a magical practice or whether it's a religious practice, a spiritual practice, at the end goal, the end game is light and love in the world, right? And bringing to yourself things that are for your highest good, and you taking to the world things that are for its highest good. And we always think that those efforts require money and time, and in some places they do, but you don't need a lot of money to be kind. You don't need any money to be kind. You don't need any money to say a nice thing or to help somebody out that needs help. It doesn't mean you should be a doormat, right? People can take advantage of kind, nice people. But by and large, the world just needs examples of goodness. And we get to be examples of goodness. Like, that's the beauty of having light and love in your heart and in the world, when you realize that we're all connected. Our light is all connected. We're all one. And we're all one with nature. That tree that's outside, like, we are connected to that tree. We're connected to the earth. We're connected to each other. We're connected to spirit. We're all connected through light and love. And what a beautiful, beautiful message. I am going to pull some cards and see if Spirit has anything else to say to us. Funny, you'll be amused to know that I go to Catholic church twice a year. Tonight's one of them. It's my mother-in-law. It's my annual Christmas gift to her. I actually do. I like church. I like churches. I like all churches. Roman Catholic, Lutheran, all of them. Anglican was what I was raised in. But I do like a good church service. I like hymns. I like singing hymns. When they start telling us that we're all going downhill because we're not their particular brand, then my nonsense filter comes out. But I can appreciate and respect the space that I'm in, and I do it out of a love for my mother-in-law, because it's important to her that we all go to church together twice a year. So we do, because it's all about light and love, right? I can be beyond myself for a minute, and it's not like I'm going to catch it, right? Like, I've been in the church, so it's not like it's not like a disease that you catch. Like, if you go to one, they're going to hold you hostage and keep you there. You can filter out the stuff that doesn't resonate with you, and you can look at it as a play if you need to. Like, you can reach beyond yourself to bring joy to somebody else, which is what I do. All right, let's take 3 cards from Spirit and see if there's anything here that Spirit wants to tell us. Okay, nothing from there. Nothing from Earth Wisdom. All right, let's sneeze or cough. I'm feeling better, but holy smokes, this thing set me off. I have all the cards. I would love to hear what traditions you do. We have everybody at our house tonight and tomorrow. So after this, I get to go clean the bathroom. How exciting. Domesticity is not my strong suit, I will say. My mom was an at-home mom, and Dave's mom was an at-home mom. And then when we got together, they were both like, "You're going to need to settle down." That dance. All right, 3 cards. Let's see if Spirit has anything to say to us from this deck. Pass 1. Pass 2. Pass 3. This is from the Celtic Spirit deck, which is my go-to deck. We have 3. Divination, Guides, Ogham, and Tree Spirits. And really, church is a form of divination. These cards and stones, they're a form of divination, getting closer to spirit. So, as we think about the sun and how to bring light and love in the world, divination tools help us sort of sort out any personal issues we have and anything that we want to think about as we spread, what are our barriers, where are our successes, where are our strengths, what do we need to sort of work on. Divination gets us there, whether that's a church service or a synagogue service or just sitting with your cards or just sitting in meditation, right? Divination helps us get there. Ogham is the ancient Irish writing. One of my necklaces, I always say that I look like Mr. T. This one says, "Blessed be" in Ogham. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of get up there. It's a series of lines. Maybe one day I'll do if you think you'd be interested in learning Ogham, I will do a video on it. And tree spirits, you can talk to trees, you can talk to plants and animals. The Green Man, nature, connection, and source. Green Man. And then Hester made me this amazing stocking that has Green Man on it. And it's just a reminder that we are one with nature. We are all one. Nature, animals, humans, we are all one. And the Green Man is a reminder of that. And then Portal, one of my favorite Standing Stones cards. Change, gateway, new beginnings. Right? The sun brings new beginnings. The sunshine gives us new light, new opportunities, new ways to connect with each other, new ways to connect with the earth, new ways to connect in the community, to bring light and love. So amazing, this reading today. And we have Shadows of Light. Let's take a look at these cards. So in the new year, I hope to do some more videos on how to use some of these divination tools. There is a lot of really great information out about runestones, the history of them, as you may have heard me talk about before. They weren't invented as a divination system. They're an alphabet, just like ABCD. Much of the alphabet is lost to us. Elder Futhark, there's a modern Futhark. The Witches' runes, they're all a little bit different. We use them as divination, but they weren't invented that way. So there's lots of great examples of runes being, basically used as an alphabet, like ABC, on standing stones that, mark graves and things like that, just like we would write on a gravestone. But we use them for divination. And Ogham, which is the ancient Irish language, is very interesting how you read it, and it's a little bit tricky to read, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But it's written on the side of a stone, and then it's written from right to left, and then over the corners. So it's pretty interesting. All right, let's see if Shadowlight has anything for us. 3 passes. Pass 1. That's 2. Oh boy. I don't know if all those were supposed to come out, but I'm going to take them all that came out as a group. Came out single. Okay. Now, seize the moment. Carpe diem in Latin. Seize the day. Like today's a new day. Seize it. Grab it. Grab a hold of the energy. Liberation. So whatever's holding you back, you have a new sun. You have a brand new sun. You have new beginnings. That sort of is resonating throughout this whole message. These 3 popped out together. Communication, intuition, and intimacy. We always think about intimacy as being sexual, but it's not always. Intimacy is close relationships. They can be sexual or not. So, go with what you know. Be clear in your communication, and that will help you with whatever intimate relationships you have. This one is clearly talking about lovers. So this is a message for somebody out there, who's maybe struggling with a partner. Communication is going to be the key to working out your issue. You know that your intuition is telling you that, right? And it's your intuition is telling you how to communicate. Because each person, when you speak, when I speak, you're delivering some kind of message, right? But you have to always pay attention to the audience and how they might receive that message, right? Some audiences, you could say one thing to one person and same thing to somebody else, and one person's going to get offended and one person's going to laugh, right? That happens all the time. And that's true when we're talking about love and we're talking about our feelings too. So just keep in mind the message, and always think about what your end goal is, right? Is your end goal to fight? Is your end goal for them to respond? Is the end goal for things to get worked out? Like what is it that you want at the end? And remember, today's a brand new day. It's Sowilo Day. It's the Sunday, without being a Sunday. Is it Sunday today? It is Sunday today. Look at that. I love you, Spirit. I am wishing you, all the best and light and love. Happy Yule. Merry Christmas. All the things. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.